निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना चित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगीव यस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। मूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ। So this subject and object, both the reality of both is Chidananda. And when you say subject, you are adding something in Chidananda. When you say object, even though it is Chidananda, when you say object, you are adding something. Adding what? Names and forms. Subject object means name and form. Here in Chidananda, you add what? So that it becomes subject, ahankara, mind. I already talked to you. So along with the mind, same Chidananda is called subject. Along with this world, other than this subject, right? Same Chidananda, along with this various names and forms, is called object. But whatever is here, mind, etc., which is also put together. Whereas mind is put together, yes, put together. Subtle elements put together. And that subject, further, to give you further example, subject which is called, let's say, seer, then mind plus eyes, plus Chidananda, definitely. That is there, so you should not forget it. Again, eyes put together. My God. They are studying eyes and they say it's an amazing manifestation of intelligence. They are still not able to understand fully. Studying eyes has piled up books and books and books and PhDs and PhDs and PhDs. All manifestation of what? Knowledge. Amazing. So therefore, subject and object, names and forms, entire Jagat. Well, it is manifestation of what? All names and forms. Manifestation of what? Knowledge. Whose knowledge? My knowledge? No. Because I, the subject, with a limited mind, is called small knowing. Small power. Right? I am Chidananda, but you add this. Remember, what we are adding is mithya. Please understand. Now, I already told you, I am not, otherwise it will be too much dilution. It doesn't look good. But you should know, what I am adding is as though addition. It's like addition of a pot in a clay. I have already talked to you. No addition, it's all as though addition. Entire creation is like this, as though addition. All that is there is Brahman. Sarvam khalu idam Brahma. Therefore, all you add, names and forms, and either a mind or body or senses or anything in the world, is as though addition. All addition of various waves, breakers, and these and in water, as though addition. Entire creation is as though. Entire Jagat is as though. Which I can say now after 3 classes. Now, if I tell on the first day, first sentence, if I say whole creation is as though, you say, better let's leave now. This fellow has to be admitted into a mental hospital. But now with so many examples and everything, I can tell it's wild as though. But this is your addition, no? Shastra says that Brihadaranyaka Upanishad has this eva. Word eva is there everywhere. It's a Sanskrit word. Everything is as though. Everything is as though. As though father, as though father-in-law, as though body, as though. Everything is as though. So entire creation is a manifestation. All names and forms is a manifestation of same Chidananda. Right? It's manifestation of Chidananda. And you add that now, which is nothing but knowledge. Therefore, that Chidananda with this all names and forms, which is knowledge, that Chidananda is called all knowledge, all power. Chidananda has got a status. Could you follow? That status is called Ishvara. And then he is all knowledge, all power, Chidananda, in form of entire Jagat, including my body, mind, sense complex, that I have not created. That's also manifestation of his, right? His knowledge. My body is not a knowledge of me. I have not created out of knowledge of me. Even mother who gives a birth of this body, she doesn't know how many limbs are there and what are the names and nothing. So it's manifestation of knowledge of Ishvara. But ultimately, all knowledge, what is there is Chidananda only. And that Chidananda is I am. And therefore I am called Shiva. I will give you example. Because I can see nobody is happy. Chidananda is okay, Swamiji, but I am Ishvara. I don't like it. At one place, I think in Virginia, when I was talking and one very ardent seeker, her face has become so red. My God. Because I said I am Shiva, Ishvara. Like that she was seeing me, But understand, all that is there is Brahman, Chidananda. I am adding that into Chidananda. Now I am adding as the addition. So all entire world which is nothing but the knowledge I am adding into Chidananda. Then I will give a status of that Chidananda. And that status is called Ishvara, which is called Jagat Karanam. But ultimately all that is there is Chidananda. Ishvara is also Chidananda. I am also Chidananda. And therefore I am Shiva. Now I will give you two examples. First example is, you are Shiva, Ishvara with respect to creation. You are Shiva with respect to creation, that is dream creation. Whatever is manifestation in the dream, various names and forms, including space and time, is your creation. And your creation means your own knowledge. Right? Your own knowledge manifest. You are a conscious being and you have a certain knowledge. And whatever you see in a dream is you already know. Space, time is there. Or you say Swami, because you know Swami, you have impressions. So Swami, elephant, ocean. Your knowledge which is unmanifest in you the conscious being, that knowledge which is non-separate from you, which is in an unmanifest form, manifest. Entire world, right? With respect to that entire world, you are the maker and material. And what is there in the entire dream world is simply your knowledge, nothing else, no material. All names and forms are your knowledge. With respect to the dream creation, right, which is nothing but just knowledge of you, with that addition of the dream creation, I Chidananda is called Shiva. Clear now? Same with this world also, with all names and forms, right? Which is knowledge, you add into that same Chidananda, that is called Shiva. But essence of a Shiva also is Chidananda, essence of this me also is Chidananda, and therefore I am called Shiva with respect to that. Because anything in the world is there is essentially what? Chidananda. Space is Chidananda. Time is Chidananda. Would you follow what I am saying? Yeah. Anyway, second thing is, I will give you example like a wave from a Atlantic Ocean met with a wave in a Indian Ocean. That's Puja Swami's example. Very wonderful example. You must have heard also, many of you, but it's a very, very nice example. So a wave from a Atlantic Ocean, which is generally sorrowful, has met with a wave of an Indian Ocean, which is very cheerful. I can say because not any Western audience. So. And it was complaining that, to Indian Ocean, wave of, so I will now say wave I, okay, and wave A, because it will be too long to speak all the time. So wave A complained to wave I that, well, I was a breaker, surfer, and then became breaker, and now I am just a wavelet. Australians used to love me very much. They have seen me in some movie, and they used to love me very much. And I was a breaker, etc. Now I become a wavelet, and I want to die. I want to commit a suicide. But when I reach shore, from the shore I am pushed back into the ocean, and from the ocean I am pushed back to the shore. I just want to go to the beach and end my life. Then wave, I was smiling. Wave, I was smiling. Saying, why are you smiling? Well, you are not wavelet. Wave, I said. I just came from India, and I received certain teaching from Swami Muktatmananda. And he said to me, when I was telling, that he said to me, you are ocean. Then I said, how? How I am ocean? Then I got the entire teaching. Therefore, well, I look upon myself as ocean now. That's a clarity in me. Therefore, I am smiling. I don't consider myself as a wavelet. And same way, I am teaching you in order to get rid of sorrow, that you are also not a wavelet, you are ocean. He said, are you in your senses? Yes, I am in senses. And I am telling you that. I can prove. Okay. So then wave I told to wave A. Can I touch your body? Yes. I am first teaching your legs. What do you find? Water. I am touching your middle part of your body. Wave I is telling to wave A. What do you find? Water. I am touching your head. What do you find? Water. Now touch O wavelet. Right? Wave I is telling to wave A. Oh, wavelet. Well, you touch anywhere in the ocean now. Anywhere in the ocean. What do you find? You tell me. Oh, it's just water. What you are? Water. Then what? You are ocean. As a water, well, you are ocean. As a water, please understand, as a water, you are ocean. As a wave, you are part of the ocean. As a wave, you are a devotee of ocean Ishvara, okay? Yeah. But content is wise, truth wise, Atma wise, essence wise. You and ocean are one and the same. That is water. Clear now? So anything you pick up is you. Right? Anything is pick up is you. Means you means what? Consciousness, Chidananda. We have already seen that. And therefore, ultimately, as a Chidananda, there is no difference between me or Ishvara, therefore I am Ishvara. Well, as a small knowing, small power, identifying with my mind, etc., addition of the mind in Chidananda and identifying with that, I am a Jiva. I am a devotee. He is ocean, all knowledge, all power. But as a content, Chidananda. He is also Chidananda. Clear now? So it is the teaching was from the wave I to the wave A was you are water. No, you are ocean. You are water, it's not the teaching. You are ocean. Because the truth of the entire ocean, because ocean cannot exist without water. Water is not ocean. Ocean is water. The same way wave is water. Water is not wave. So therefore, truth is what? Water. Therefore, as a water, definitely, the truth of you, the wave and the ocean is one and the same. So in place of a water, you can put Chidananda. In place of ocean, you can put Ishvara. In a place of a wave, you put Jiva as the subject. And that is the object, etc. Anyway, so this is way you have to understand. Aham Shiva. So Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham, etc. Now we will go to the next verse. Whatever we will cover, we will cover. So Nacha Prana Sanyah Nava Panchavayu Nava Saptadhatuhu Nava Panchakosha Nava Manipadam Nacha Upasthapayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivo. Nacha Prana Sanya. Sanya means by which you recognize an object. Sanya is a name. So name is a name. But a name it's not without meaning. And therefore it has a meaning. Meaning means some object. Right? So like you say a clip. It's a name for an object. Clip. So therefore Sanya means a name which denotes some object. So Nacha Prana Sanya. So therefore, I am not a prana, and the name prana, by which you indicate something. What do you indicate by prana? Life. Life. Therefore, basically, I am not the life. I am bigger than life. Could you follow? Life is because life, when you say life, means what? So life means basically you remove the birth and death. But of course, birth and death also is a time bomb. But you remove that, whatever is in between is called life. Right? And that is also time bomb. So the existence of the prana, existence of life is because of me. I am not because of life. We know now very well. So I don't want to spend too much of time in that. But why do you translate like that? Because Nava Panchavayu, again Panch Prana. So therefore there we have to prana, means life we have to say. So my existence is not because I am living. Yeah, the life means basically the sentience in the body, mind, senses, and even body, mind, senses all are existing in me, and therefore I am bigger than life. Anyway. So Nava Panchavayu, I am not physiological functions. Prana, Pana, Vyana, Udana and Samana basically. So prana means basically breathing. And they show the places also. Apana, well, basically means which I am not even a excretory organ, etc. also. I am not organ of evacuation. And the place of apana generally is shown as the kidneys and other things, bladder. So and then vyana. I am not a vyana, means I am not a circulation. I am not circulation. I am not a evacuation, etc. I am not a vyana. I am not a circulation. And then pranapana, vyana, udana. Udana is a time clock. Yeah, it's a time clock. As you are born, there is a tick-tick going on. Yeah, tick-tick. And that tick-tick, when it is over, it's over. Yeah. And everyone is born with a certain number of tick-tick. It's an astronomical number anyway, but everyone is born. In a single day, we have 21,500 tick-tick. Okay? One tick means one cycle of breath. So you breathe in and breathe out. It's one tick. So that Udana is sitting somewhere in the throat and counting. It's a time clock. Tick, 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 tick. That's Udana. And as number is over, 21,500 in 24 hours, one day. Multiply 365, multiply 70, 73, whatever years. Once that is over, in fact, before that, Udana starts packing. The packer and mover. It packs everything. Prana takes, because it is a power. Prana, one of the name in Sanskritam for prana is sada gati, constantly moving. From part of the globe to the other part of the globe. Constantly moving. Therefore, Vayu is a Shakti. Vayu Putra also is a Shakti. Okay? Hanuman, Shakti. And so it has to pack. It has a power to pack. And it has a capacity to take. Right? It has capacity. Like there are rocket, the boosters has a capacity to lift so much weight. My God. So prana, especially the Udana, has the capacity to lift this person, the subtle body, other parts of the subtle body. We say Jeev Gayo. Oh, he has departed. Yeah, so look at that. Departure. So departure. So that subtle body goes. So then in Chidananda you said, and then now you are bringing that here. This is Jiva. Chidananda with a mithya subtle body. Okay, now I can say that. Chidananda with a mithya subtle body. Or you look upon Chidananda with respect to subtle body. That is called Jiva. That is lifted from this gross body. Will enter into another body depending upon the karma. But when the subtle body goes, then Karana Sharira. Definitely. Karana being Karana cannot exist independent of the Karya. Karya cannot exist independent of the Karana. I'm sorry. Therefore, Karana will be always there. If you carry pot, clay also you carry. Anyway. So point is Karana is there. And therefore, it enters into a new body depending upon Sanchita, etc. So that is the job of Udana. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. So I am not even a digestive power. I am hungry is an error. I am thirsty is an error. They are there. They are me, but I am not that. I am Chidananda. No, Swamiji, I am Chidananda plus hunger. Okay. That plus is estho. Everything is estho. Remember, addition of a wave into water. Addition of a ornament into gold. You are, basically it's an object. I am not that. I am Chidananda. How do you know you are hungry? I know I am hungry. Okay. You know your hunger means it's object of knowledge. Anyway, so I am not going, but it's all. When it is denied here means I am not of that nature. I am of the nature of Chidananda. So hunger etc. are there, but that is they are mithya. Nava sapta dhatu. There are 7 elements which make this gross body. That has been said in Ayurveda. Rasat raktam tato mamsam mamsat medaha tato asthija. Asthehe majja tata shukram shukrat garbha prasadajah. This is model. The gross body is looked upon differently by different disciplines. Medicine people, our modern medicine, looks upon body as in one way. Ayurveda looks upon the body as a different way. Biologist looks upon this body as a bunch of cells. Physicists will look upon differently, all bunch of all atoms and particles and so, or energy, whatever. So my point is that everyone looks upon this body differently. So this Ayurveda people looks upon this body as a combination of 7 constituents. So rasat raktam. What you eat food, from that they extract. Our small intestine, etc., takes extract of that, essence of that. Gross part is evaporated later, but that extract, that's called rasa. The first thing which is born from that essence of that food is raktam, blood. Tato mamsam, from there this is flesh. Mamsat meda, from there fat. Tato asthija, from the meda, well, the bones. Asthaya majja, bone marrow. Then tata shukram. Tata means from that, from that, from that. So it started with the food which you have taken. And out of that, the gross part of the food will be thrown out. The essence which is absorbed in our intestine. From that, all this blood and everything is formed. That's what the body is, actually. They look upon like that. So Nava Sapta Dhatu, I am not these 7 components of this body. I am not the blood, etc. I am not gross body. That's it. Gross body is what? Then I am body. That's over. Then we have to start again with the lower and we don't want to listen that. But all the way it's like that. Anything in this world, it's me. I am that? No, sir. Then what I am? Chidananda. How? I will start again, okay? Please understand. So, B is A is not B. Simple formula. We have a different formula. Beggar is actor. Actor is not beggar, sir. Actor is a millionaire, okay? So, this is Nava Pancha Kosha. Now, further. Pancha Kosha. Kosha means a cause for a mistake. Mistake for what? Mistake for mistaking self. Something becomes a cause for the mistake, for the self. Body is the cause of a mistake, for taking the self as the body. Therefore, the body is called kosha. Kosha means a cause of mistaking oneself. Oneself is what? Chidananda. No, instead of what do you say? I am black, I am male, I am female, I am householder, I am sannyasi, I am tall, I am sitting. What is, instead of saying I am Chidananda, what I am saying? All this. Means what has become a cause for the mistake? Body. Therefore, body is called Annamaya Kosha. Clear? Annam means food. There are 3 things. Annam, Annamaya, Annamaya Kosha. Annam means food. Modified food is the body. 7 components I already told you. Food is not body. Otherwise, we are eating every day 2 pounds. Think, since 50 years, 60 years, and that is becoming body. Then what will be the weight of the body now? No. Annamaya, modified food, essence, which is a modification of the food. Gross part goes away. That's how we maintain our weight. Yeah. So Annam, Annamaya. Maya stands for modification in form of 7 components I have already talked to you. So that's Annamaya. And Annamaya Kosha means what? I am body. I am a human being. Over. You are not human being, you are Chidananda. Body is I, Chidananda, but I am not the body, etc. And therefore the weight of the body, etc., well, should not give you problem. But if you weigh yourself on a weighing scale, 2 pounds or more, but your heart is 30 pounds heavier. My God, I am eating only salad, Swamiji, but I don't know. I am not able to. Clearly revealing, I am body. Understand? And if you take yourself to be just other than what you are really, nobody can save you from the sorrow. Nobody can save you. Nothing in the world, once you say I am body, nothing in the world can save you. Believe me. If you can prove wrong to me, please prove. Once you say I am body, over. A small change in the body, you will think it's a small change in I. Hair lost. All issues. This is okay. But But certain attributes of the body, when you say, that is also, when you say I am body, means I am also attributes of the body. Black, etc. I told you already. And even one woman says I am blonde, means I am bunch of the hair. and other than that, I am bald, means I am non-existent hair. This is the height of it. I am bald means what? I am non-existent hair. I, which is self-existing, is equated with what? Non-existent hair. What a thing it is. Our own complexes, well, haunt us. Who can say? Nobody. You are responsible for your own sorrow. पेट छोड़ी शुरू हो करो कैसे? Nobody can help. I am subject to birth. Look at that. I am subject to old age. Oh, you look little older, Swamiji. Compared to, what's your age? Oh, really? You look older than what you are. This is called samsara. Samsara does not mean a family life. Samsara is this, your own wrong conclusions, which is born of self-ignorance. To get it off, it's in your hand. Not to get it off, also equally in your hand. So, Nava Pancha Kosha, first. So I am not Annamaya. I am not Pranamaya. Pranamaya means I am not Prana, etc. Again, Pranamaya Kosha. Prana means what? Air. The air which enters here becomes Prana. Imagine. Air, it is air outside. Enters in nostril becomes Prana. Once it goes inside, modified. Pranapana Vyana Udana. That's called Pranamaya. Pranamaya Kosha. That Pranapana Vyana Udana becomes a cause for a mistake. I am hungry. Somebody, I have issue in a circulation. I have issue in a... Somebody, I don't know what's the problem, but I have a lot of constipation. Oh. You are Chidananda, no constipation. Okay? That's a Pranamaya Kosha. I am ill. Illness also, Prana. I am ill. That's the illness. We don't deny it. I am ill inside. Okay. Then Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha. Manaha, Manomayaha, Manomaya Kosha. Mind. Then various moods of the mind. Yeah. Unpredictable. Yeah. What is not predictable is called mood, okay? So somebody said, please, Swamiji, talk to this person when he is in a good mood. I immediately said, please tell me when he is in a good mood. He says, I don't know. That's what it is. Which doesn't sustain more than 3 minutes is called mood. That's how, when the daddy is in a good mood, then, mom tells the children, go. Because she knows, she tells very hurriedly, go. Why? Because she knows after 3 minutes he will be changed. Manomaya Kosha. That's how he said, I am moody. Over. I am Chidananda. No, I am moody. Manomaya Kosha. Cause for mistake. Vijnanamaya. Deadly mistake. I am a karta. Over. Now you know karta, I have already told you. It's ahankara only. If you are a karta all the time. Right now you are no more a karta, any of you. You are simply bhokta. Here, bhokta. I am a karta. I am speaking. Right? If you are a karta by nature, you will be karta all the time, even in a deep sleep state. No. The very kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, etc. goes away. In a deep sleep state, you are there, free from doership. Therefore you are not a doer. You add a upadhi and you say, I am karta. That's fine. I am karta, you can say that. But you should know, the way actors say I am a beggar, it's exactly like that. You should say. You should never, Swamiji, henceforth I will not say I am a male and etc. because you said I am Chidananda. Therefore everywhere I will say This body is a male, this body is black. Nobody will talk to you, I'm telling you. Never do this job. Keep a cognitive space. The space which actor has. Playing a role very effectively of a beggar or a king or anything. All the time a cognitive space is there about the reality of himself. Exactly that is required. And therefore, you should say all this. Oh, what's your age? Swamiji, this body is now 58-year-old. Don't say. I will not talk again. This body is right now in the home. Don't say that. Whatever is common parlance is there. In a film, there is a certain setup, right? And there is an accepted norm. You have to go by norm. But you should know what the reality of yourself is. Knowledge is silent thing, by the way. All you are gaining right now, knowledge, is a silent phenomenon. It's a very silent phenomenon. And you should maintain that silence. You should maintain. People go to a person when somebody dies, he goes there and says, hey, our Swami has told Atma is immortal and all that, don't worry about, don't cry and all that. Never say that. Never say. Not only, there will be allergy, permanent allergy for the knowledge and permanent allergy for the person who says like that. Never say. Go by accepted norms. Exactly the norms has been decided for a given film, for the shooting. But you should know who you are. That's it. If somebody asks you, say it's another thing. But don't show your knowledge. Showing knowledge means may not have assimilation. It's for showing rather. Anyway, so and then lastly, Anandamaya Kosha. Happy. Oh, how do you feel about your job? Yeah, I'm happy. You should understand immediately. Yeah. All Ananda, happiness. Anandamaya, modified. It is modified. Yeah. Thinking, what will be there in the food lunch today? Thinking that you get some. There will be pakoras. How much time is left? Oh, 1 hour is there. And then you see pakoda is served. More ananda. And you put in a mouth. More ananda. Priya moda pramoda. Tasya priyameva shiraha. Modo dakshina pakshah. Pramoda uttara pakshah. Ananda atma. Brahmapucham pratishtha. In Taittiriya Upanishad very beautifully say, Priya, Moda, Pramoda, joy, more joy, ecstasy, modification, one Ananda, happiness. This is the nature of self, but through the mind in 3 different forms. Less obstruction, more joy. More obstruction, less joy. Between me and pakoda at right this moment, there is obstruction. I had to take class. More obstruction. Then class is over. Purnamada, Purnamida. Less obstruction. Think this. You are Ananda. Brahmapucham Pratishtha. Ananda Atma. Brahmapucham Pratishtha. That is called Brahman. But then Swamiji, if you said you are basically unchanging the consciousness, limitless consciousness which is not available for change, that's Ananda. And now you are saying now Priyamoda Pramoda through the vrittis, through the different Sukhakar, these thoughts of happiness, more. Less obstruction, more Ananda. When you put in a mouth, least obstruction, right? So therefore, Priyamoda Pramoda. Again modification. Swamiji, I am happy. I am happier. I am happiest person in the world right now. Happiest person. All this, I am not. I am by nature happiness. That's it. All other than that is addition. As though addition. Addition of mind, addition of the vrittis. As though addition. Mithya addition. So with the mithya addition, I am Anandamaya. happy, happier, etc. Really speaking, I am nature. It's a reality. I'm whole. Anyway, so Nava Panchakosha, then Nava Panipadam. Anyway, Nacha Upasthapayu, Nava Panipadam. I'm not the speech. Panipadam. I'm not the hands. I'm not the legs. And I'm not the speech because I'm not a speaker. I am what then? Basically, speech is me, but I'm not the speech. The very existence of the words, the meaning of the words, the recognition of the words, all takes place in my presence. All take place in my presence, but I am not that. I am Chidananda. All the time, blessing. All these things exist and function in a mithya manner. That is not real function. Anyway. And Nava Panipadam, Nacha Upasthapayu. Nacha Upasthapayu means Upastha means all. Upastha and Payu both are evacuatory organs actually. So I am not that. Name Dvesharado, Name Logamoho, Mado Naiva, Me Naiva, Matsarya Bhava, Na Dharmo Na Chartho, Na Kamo Na Moksha, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham Shivoham. It's the biggest thing. Anyway, Name Dvesharado, I don't have any liking, Swamiji, for anything. Or I have a liking also for a few things. I'm a liker. Okay, if you are a liker, then you must be liking everything. Because you are liker by nature. No. I hate you, Swami. So I'm disliker. If you say I'm a disliker, you cannot say I'm liker. If you say I'm a liker, you cannot say I'm a disliker. No, I'm both. Means then definitely you are not either of them. You would really transcend them. They both are you, of course, but you transcend them. Then sorry, if I am not liker, I am not a disliker, then I am indifferent. This is how it is. Most of the time, we are indifferent. Like you have come from the home to this place. Thousands of things you must have seen on the way, starting from the grass, right? Grass and shrubs and so many things, many people also. Nothing, no liking, no disliking. Therefore, Swamiji, I am indifferent, really speaking. But you are not indifferent because you are liker also with respect to few things. You are disliker also with respect to few things. And for majority of the things, you are indifferent. So basically, all that is a point of view of yourself, not the view. So when you say I am liker, means you are giving your whole view. It's not, because you are a disliker also. So with respect to likes, you are a liker. With respect to dislikes, you are a disliker. With respect to indifference, you are definitely indifferent things, you are indifferent, etc. And therefore, you are basically distinct from all the three, right? And therefore, like you say, a ring is not bangle and bangle is not a chain, etc. But then definitely, from the standpoint of gold, well, all the three are gold only. But gold is transcending all the three, right? So that's how it's happening. Anyway, so this is Name Dvesharado. So, Dvesha and Raga. Raga means it is defined is I want something to happen is called like. I want something not to happen is called dislike. Something to happen. I want something to happen. Something to happen will be, if anything, want is a desire. But the desire could be in the form of a political desire. I want something to happen. I want so and so president to be there. I want this and this to be there. I want so and so party to be there. Political. Socially also. I want religious leader to be more reasonable, which is a very difficult thing. But I want, religious leader to be more reasonable. This is also a want. I want in our community the people should be more sensitive. This, that, so many wants are there. So many wants. I have told you yesterday. So many types of wants. Social, economical, political, so many. So all these are called like. And I want something not to happen. Dislike. And when they are not fulfilled, and generally they are not fulfilled, it turns to anger. When any desire is not fulfilled, there is a pain inside. that pain manifests in the form of anger. So name dvesha rago, then what is that? Name lobha moho. Yeah. So first is anger. We'll talk about that. Anger. So it is the unfulfilled desire manifest in the form of anger. And then if a desire is fulfilled, it turns to greed. Now here we have to know either lobha also is a desire, greed. You can call it as a desire or you can call it as a greed. That's the difference. I would call now desire as here ambition. Like greed, to call it as ambition, desire only, or to call it as a greed. There is a difference. The difference is like a person who is a owner of a given corporation. He wants to own another corporation, another company. So is it called ambition or is it a greed? It's ambition. It's ambition. Why then when you call greed? Suppose if he fulfills that desire of acquiring another corporation in keeping with the value structure, ethical structure, moral structure, not cheating others because he doesn't want to get cheated, that's a value for him also, and therefore he doesn't cheat others, etc. In keeping with the ethical structure, if he acquires other corporation, we call it ambition. But in acquiring other corporation, if he basically compromises the value structure, moral structure, then it is called a greed. And this can be anything. A beggar with a bowl of aluminum bowl, well, he wants to have a stainless steel bowl, begging bowl. Is it called ambition or a greed? Depends. If he steals a stainless steel bowl, then it's a greed. If he doesn't steal and ask someone that please give me because I like that bowl, and he is given, it's ambition. So it all depends. So that's how lobha, greed, basically is like when you compromise the value structure. Why do you do false priority structure? Moha. Moha means a false priority in life. Because of false priority, you compromise value structure, dharma, compromise. So, name lobha moha, but Swamiji, I have a lot. I cannot tell you, but I am so greedy. Somebody is greedy for the food, somebody is greedy for the money, something. And here it says, name dvesha. So, basically, greed is I am not greedy. Right? Greed is I am not greedy. Delusion is I, because delusion exists. Delusion is revealed in consciousness, exists in consciousness. So Chidananda is basically the truth of everything. But I am not deluded, I am not greedy, etc. etc. Saving grace, it's a saving grace. So never say I am greedy. Then I will say, Swamiji, in my mind there is a greed. You need not say that. Even you need not say, but it has been said here. All these things, when you attach I, identify with a given emotion, then you become unhappy. Greed is there in the mind, it's one thing, in object, mind. But when you say I am greedy, it definitely hurts you. Right? That's the samsara. So name dvesha rago, name lobha moho, mado neva me neva matsarya bhava. Madaha. Madaha means say egoity, pride. And pride means a superiority complex. But as I told you, it's actually inferiority complex, but it is so unbearable that it manifests as a superiority complex. And all that is there in that pride is all confusion. It's exactly like a Swiss chocolate. Swiss chocolate, outside it's very, very hard. But as you bite, there is all inside is a gooey substance, very So if you look into this pride, outside of this very hard, proud person, but all you look inside, if you look, it's all confusion. Why? What? Why? What is the confusion? Because nothing belongs to you. You cannot call a owner of anything in this world. Then why you are proud, having a pride so much? Everything is given to you. Behind any successful person, there will be always a lot of things which is there, and therefore, I don't want to go into that much, but basically this is, pride indicates a confusion. Pujya Swami used to call arrogance is nothing but a dense ignorance. Arrogance also, ANC, in this ignorance also ANC. Arrogance is nothing but a dense ignorance, because you cannot say that this belongs to me, I am proud of that, and I am owner of that. Everything is given to you. Giver is Ishvara. Anyway, Madho me naiva matsarya bhava. Matsarya means a jealousy. Somebody is happy and seeing that you become unhappy. That's it. Somebody is accomplishing something and you feel something wrong. This is a dangerous thing. Jealousy is something which never goes. Swamiji, how to get rid of it? Don't ask me. Honestly. I will give you some, round answer. You will feel I am more confused after getting answer. I am telling you. If once a jealousy takes your mind over, nothing can resolve it. What a given thing has a value in your life and you want it because you value it, but you don't get it and some other get it. That's it. You value money. You want money. Other also value money. He's also trying. He got it, but you didn't get it. That's it. Over. Jealousy is something which is to be, which is to be controlled even and it is as it is arising. There is a solution for that. As it is arising, there itself, before it becomes a huge tree, as it is sprouting, you have to nullify it. How? One prayer. What is that prayer? May that person acquire more and more money. Who is already having it? Yeah, may have more. In all fields, either in music, either in any field, in arts also I see. One musician, with respect to many musicians, I am just saying, one musician has a jealousy for other. Possibly. Sometimes it becomes so manifest that that person becomes a beater for the other person. Openly says few things about the person. Because he can't stand that person. What will be the prayer? May he get more and more fame by even singing more notes, finer notes and everything. That's the only solution. And that solution is when it is arising in your mind. When it raises a head in your head, well, there itself you control. Once it overpowers completely, overpowers your head, your mind, then it won't go. Matsarya, jealousy. From there many things are happening. Then Swamiji, I have that. Madho naiva me naiva matsarya. I am Chidananda. It is all mithya. It's mithya. Therefore I don't require sadhana chatushtaya at all. Because you are saying all these things are not in me, therefore I don't require. All this you are able to say Chidananda after basically tackling them to a certain extent. Yeah. But thinking that people say, Swamiji, I don't think I can gain moksha. Why? Because Swamiji, I have a lot of jealousy. I have a lot of anger. It's a wrong conclusion. They think that when mind becomes free from all emotion, I am free. I have never said that I am mind. If you say I am mind, I will start again. Would you follow? In fact, we have said that I am not the mind. To arrive at the I am Chidananda, we have already seen that. Therefore, Swamiji, because I have all these things so much, therefore, One person had gone to the extent saying, Swami, this Vedanta is not practical. Why? I am doing a lot, but all these things are there still in me, he says. What are all these things? Anger is in me, jealousy is in me, greed is in me, pride is in me. Means you have not understood Vedanta, that's it. Right? They are there. In the life of yoga is basically you handle to a certain extent. That's it. Which is called emotional maturity. With the help of Ishvara, who is the biggest therapist, you handle them to the extent. They are basically manifestation of the Raga Dvesha. Raga only turns to anger and Raga only turns to greed. Behind the Matsarya Bhava also there is a Raga. You value, you like some certain things and you don't have it and others have it. That's what the problem is. So Raga Dveshas are handled by Karma Yoga, etc. So to the extent, never think that when mind becomes free, I am will be called I am free. That means you are equating yourself with the mind. That's the biggest mistake you are doing. I am Chidananda, I am not the mind. Clear? Yeah. So Name Dvesha Rago, Name Logo Moho, Mado Neva Meneva, Matsare Bhava. So I am free from six pack, okay? And now, na dharmo na chartho na kamo na moksha. Chidananda Rupa Shivo Shiva. So I am not the Purushartha. Purushayi arthate iti Purushartha. A self-conscious being who can judge oneself, a normal human being, okay? Not a human being which is having certain abnormal issues. A normal human being has these four goals in the life. First is the artha. Artha means he wants to acquire certain objects of security. Because why he wants to acquire? He feels insecure. And therefore he wants to have certain objects of security. And all objects of security, three types of securities are there. Economical security, social security, and there is a emotional security. Certain things you want to acquire which gives you emotional security. Certain things you want to acquire which gives you economical security, like money and stock holdings and other things. It gives you economical security. And social security means you want to have a certain reputation, name, fame, which gives you certain social status, gives you social security. It's all ego satisfaction basically. And then emotional security, well, definitely also is there. Anyway, so these three types of securities we are seeking because you feel you are insecure. You are time bound ultimately. Time bound means you see yourself which is changing in time. That is what artha. Then the second purushartha is a kama. Not only you want objects of security, you want objects of pleasure also. For that you want to spend even money. You want to spend artha and you want to acquire objects of pleasure. You spend artha and you acquire kama. You buy a ticket for seeing a Wimbledon, right? A person go from here and well, you get a joy watching. So you spend artha and gain kama, generally. Sometimes artha and kama both you gain. Yeah, that is like a musician. He gains artha also and he gets a joy also by singing, etc. That's a different thing. But generally we spend artha and get kama also. But anyway, so kama means pleasure. And there are also three types of pleasures are there. One is a pleasure which are born of contacting sense objects with our senses. When they touch, they come in contact, there is a joy. Kick inside, there is a kick. Yeah. So a sensual pleasure. And then there is another type of pleasure which is intellectual pleasure. You pursue a certain discipline of knowledge. Like you like chemistry and then you pursue chemistry and you gain clarity in the knowledge. You get a joy. Or sports, playing sports, all intellectual pleasure. It's not sensory pleasure. Playing a sport which you like gives you joy. In any play when you go in, you have to apply your mind. Yeah. It may be a Wimbledon, it may be a table tennis or a cricket, everywhere, because you are playing to win something, right? So basically sports are considered as playing sports, etc., is an intellectual pleasure. And then there is a third type of pleasure also, aesthetic pleasures, that everyone doesn't have. Few people in the world have this, who have developed a finer likes and dislikes, they have that. So painter, musicians and all artists, they enjoy a given object more than anybody enjoys. You enjoy music and musician enjoy music, it's very different. You enjoy painting and a painter enjoys a painting, it's entirely different. So I went to one paint gallery. Within 10 minutes, I saw everything. 10 minutes. And I did not find any interest in anything. Gross. But one person I saw, he was standing in front of one painting, and I stood behind that person. He was looking at that painting and he was so much thrilled with that. 1 hour he stood there in front of one. I visited entire in 10 minutes. Did not find any interest. You go to in India, in Ahmedabad, we have a Times of India organizes a music festival. And they invite all our musicians. And they come. And it starts in night. And they start with right? These people who are sitting there, they know music. But they feel now they should sing something. But that person is just doing for half an hour. You get upset. Even though you know classical music, I don't know, but I'm just saying people. So a person who listens music they enjoy more than that musician enjoy his own music. Much more. Infrastructure, subtle infrastructure. So what coffee do you like? Coffee is grass. I'm asking, will you like Narsu or Starbucks or not? You have not developed any taste, Swami. You are really a grass person. Which blue you like? There are 1,000 blues. Patent blue and this blue and that. They show on the computer. 1,000 types of blues. Which blue you like? Oh, I like blue color. Grass. Finer likes and dislikes, more the growth. Only thing is, sometimes finer likes, dislikes make you too sensitive. You become reactive. A cushion is required. That's the yoga. Your final likes and dislikes, which is really gives you sensitivity. More the sensitivity, more the growth. More the growth. But the sensitivity should grow with inner strength. That's where we are failing. Generally, we say sensitive, but reactive. He is very sensitive. Reactions, no. Inner strength. But anyway, so this aesthetic pleasure, not everyone has. There are people who just by tasting, they say, they taste is given food. And they say what are the things there and what type of ingredients you have, and that ingredient also from a particular, store you must have bought. Oh my God. Amazing. For us it's food. It's good. Eat it. Grossness. Very fortunate people who are having finer likes and dislikes. That's showing a certain subtlety, infrastructure of the mind. Beautiful. Anyway. So here, kama. Why do you want pleasures? I'm feeling lack. I'm wanting pain. Yeah. I want to get rid of this lack. Want, etc. Then an object of pleasure I have already discussed. I don't want to discuss. When you get it, you feel wholeness. Right? We have discussed. So this is artha and kama. Third is a dharma. Dharma also is a pursuit of happiness. Only Veda talks about it. Everywhere dharma means a dogma. do's and don'ts. Any religion, Islam, Christianity, everywhere, do's and don'ts. Do this to go to heaven, don't do this to go to heaven. Only Veda talks about it as something, dharma as a goal, and goal of happiness. You can make any dharma as a goal if it gives you happiness, because happiness is a goal. Kama also is a goal of happiness, right? Gaining, but difference, big different. Here in Kama, well, you acquire certain objects, aesthetic objects or whatever, sensory objects or intellectual, pleasures. It all depends upon objects in a Kama. Your joy, your happiness is dependent upon objects. In a dharma, it is not dependent upon objects. It's all dependent upon you. It's not dependent outside. It's dependent upon you. Just doing something what is to be done gives you joy. Doing something what is to be done, starting from laundry, vacuuming, even taking bath. Some Sundays people work in the garden whole day, but they keep reminding themselves. Nobody is telling them anything. Oh, I have to take bath yet. I have to take bath. I have to take bath. I have to take bath. Laundry you avoid for 1 week, the whole week will continue. I have to do it. I have to do it. The day you decide to do, and you do, right? You have not taken even 1 cup of tea also. But what do you feel inside? There is more self-acceptance. What you are supposed to do, and if you don't do, you fall in your own eyes. Nobody makes you short. You fall in your own eyes. Even getting up early in the morning. Suppose you have a value for it. What you have a value for and you are not able to cope up with. No. What you value for and you are able to cope up with. It's a joy centered on your free will, not coming from the objects. Dharma is something which is really showing growth, where happiness is not dependent outside. Therefore, dharma is very close to the moksha. Where Shastra will come and he says you are nature of ananda. You are able to appreciate it. The person who is a kami, whose joy is dependent on the objects, to tell you are a source of happiness. He says, what are you telling? Because you think it is dependent outside. Dharma is something which tells that you can tap the joy. It's in your hand. Just reaching out. Like somebody is, after this, suppose somebody's car has broke down or something somewhere, and the person tells you that you give me a ride up to this point and I will be very obliged to you, etc. And you give. What do you feel inside? There is a joy which is quite independent. Even writing emails, I'm telling you, doing WhatsApps, my God. Some people have that red in which the number that shows, you have not read WhatsApp message, 300, 400. And as you open it, in the screen you see that WhatsApp symbol, 300. When will I see this? So some people, they go there and delete all. Why you should delete? Let it be there. No, seeing that reminds that I am not able to. Doing emails also. Calling a person, your parents, in India. Just, our students here who study, and the parents are waiting for they want to listen a voice of his son or daughter. And this person is busy here and he is not able to call. He all the time has this thing, I have to call my parents. I have to call my parents. I have to call my parents. I have to call. Oh, today also I could not. Oh, today also I could not. The day he decides and calls, even for 5 minutes, what does that person has? It is not born of eating samosa. The joy is something different. quality, high quality in nature, depend upon yourself. Dharma is very close to moksha, where you have become partially independent in becoming a happy person. There is more self-acceptance. To such a person, when it is said that the self is Brahman, understood. So dharma, artha, kama, and lastly moksha. Moksha. So na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. I don't need any purushartha. Why? I am Chidananda. Really? I am free. If I am free, I cannot ask for the freedom. You cannot ask something what you already have. One person, when he called God, and he said, well, he did a lot of penance, and ultimately God became happy and said, Bete, what do you want? Then Beta said, well, I want a head over my shoulder. God got confused and he said, beg your pardon. Look at that. This person, who is great? This person is great or God is great? This fellow made Ishvara also beg. Beg your pardon, Ishvara said. What did you say? I am telling you, I want a head over my shoulder. God said, I cannot give it to you. And how can you cannot give? Who has given you this title of Almighty? If you are Almighty, you should be able to give. He said certain things even God cannot give. Then you are imposter, you are not a God. God said, I can give you another head on this side. Or if you want a symmetrical, I can give 2 more heads. Or if you want, I can give a double decker. Or if you want, I can give, one on the back side. So you are confused, you can confuse others. Whether you are coming on this side or you are going also, you cannot do this. What you have, you cannot ask. Right? If you say I am Chidananda, means you are free from your limitless consciousness, free from any limitations, and you don't want moksha. Clear? But Swamiji, this I can say that I don't want moksha only if I get knowledge. That is true. But if I don't get knowledge, means I am bound. That's not true. You are free, but you did not recognize that you are free. Swamiji, if I don't get this knowledge, then I am a bound person. No, I am bound is a notion. You are not able to make yourself free because you are Chidananda, limitless consciousness, which you don't know. You cannot generate limitless consciousness. That's what the reality is. If you anything which is available for generation, means which was not there before, means it is time bound. Therefore, you are limitless consciousness, free self, but you have not recognized that you are free self. Therefore, you definitely take this body, mind, sense complex as oneself, and therefore you are feeling bondage. Better recognize. And if you recognize it, then you can say, I don't want moksha. Clear? Hush. What's the time?
15 minutes more.
Okay. Well, I'll try this. Then, Oh, okay. But before that there is na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham, na mantro, na tirtham, na veda, na yajnaha. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam, na bhokta, chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. So here it's a very beautiful sequence is given. Very beautiful sequence. Na punyam, na papam. I don't have punya also. I don't have papam. Punyam papam is born of what? Well, born of karmas. Which type of karma? Which are described in the Veda. And what are those karmas? Rituals. So, punyam is born of, the whole sequence is given by Acharya. Na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham. Punya gives rise to sukha. So, a sukha means a favorable situation. Right? And dukkha means unfavorable situation. So, favorable situation, unfavorable situation, which is a result of punya and papa. Punya results into sukha and papam results into dukkha. So now saukhyam na dukkham na punyam na papam. That punya papa is born of what? Sukha is born of punya papa. Sukha dukkha born of punya papa. Punya papa is born of what? Karma. What are the karmas? Rituals. Where are they? Veda. So whole sequence is there. Could you follow? Whole sequence. And there is, and Acharya says there is another way also of generating punya. And that is the mantrona tirtham. Chanting mantras. Yeah. That's how we always say, even you chant Bhagavad Gita, chant Vedic mantras, all Purusha Suktam, etc., it always gives you punya. And then tirtham, visiting places, tirtha kshetra, etc., also gives a punya. Anyway, so I means, name, na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukkham, na mantro, na tirtho, na vedani yajna. I don't require punya, I don't require papa, etc., I don't require Veda, I don't require all that he is able to say, because earlier he was having all these things. Now because of that which he has done, he has gained punyam, etc., doing a lot of rituals, etc., and chanting and everything, he now is able to gain this knowledge that I am Chidananda. Now they are not required. Fully follow? Yeah. Now they are not required. Not that I don't require all of them. Then you are Chidananda. That also I don't know. No. To gain qualification you require. That's how they call prasaktasya pratisheda. When something is negated because there is an occasion to negate. The person was doing a lot of punya karma and tirthan, etc. So now it has been told that, well, you are now qualified person, gain knowledge of Chidananda, that you are Chidananda, and once you gain it, well, then all these have no place. They have served the purpose. They have served a certain purpose, now they are no more useful, etc. Because you don't need punya, papa, etc. All that is for whom? Who is a karta. And karta, the person who is the karta, the doer, definitely will, if he does a papa karma, the first result is the guilt inside. And then adrishtam, means on your account, in your account, there will be deposition of papa also. So karma produces drishta, adrishta both. And so drishta phalam is, papa karma will produce drishta phalam, immediate result is a guilt. Oh, I should not have done, this is the wrong thing I did, etc. And also that papa karma will, that wrong action will produce papam also. Could you follow? And punya karma, immediate result is what? You feel good, which we just discussed. Right? When you do something what is to be done, you feel good about yourself. That's a drishta phalam. And in your account, punyam will be also accrued. It is deposited. So this is how drishta, adrishta both are there by your karmas, right and wrong actions. And the result who will experience? I will experience. Because when I do, I am a doer. When I experience, enjoy the situation in form of a favorable and unfavorable situation, well, I am a bhokta. So the one who is a karta alone is a bhokta. So here it says, so aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhokta. I am not a doer, therefore I am not even an experiencer, etc. And I am not even an object of experience. I am not a subject of experience. Bhokta, bhojyam, I am not an object of experience. And I am not bhojanam, the very act of experience, the experience itself, I am not. And this is what it has been said here, Chidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam. Na mrityu shanka, na mrityu name shanka, etc. nahi, na mrityu shanka is a better reading. Na mrityu shanka name jati vedaha, pitaneva meneva matana janma. Aham? No, what is that? Later. Na bandhu, na mitram, na guru, naiva shishya. Chidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam. So, well, na mrityu shanka. You should not even have a doubt whether I die. That kind of doubt also should not be. Because you are timeless consciousness. Time exists in you. You don't exist in time. Therefore, definitely, so, na mrityu shanka. Then if I don't have a death, I don't have janma also. So, na mrityu shanka, na me jati vedaha, pitaneva, meneva, mata, na janma. So, that janma you pick up here, na janma. I am free from birth. One who is subject to death is also subject to birth. If I say I am not subject to death, I am not subject to birth also. Then if I am free from birth and death, then I don't have parents. Pitaneva, meneva, mata. So I don't have parents also. Look at that. This is a dangerous thing. you become lonely. The bandhu, the mitra, the bandhu, the mitra. I don't have a bandhus, I don't have relatives, I don't have a in-laws. That is freedom, son. That is the freedom. I am not interested in other freedom. Don't have any in-laws. This is moksha. The bandhu, the mitra. I don't have friends. I am a very lonely person because nobody is there. No, this is talked about not loneliness, aloneness. Okay? Yeah. Because what we are denying, we are grabbing again. Yeah. After understanding what I am grabbing again. That's called sarvatma bhava. I am one form of everything. I am not that, I am not that, I am not that. Then I say, all is my own glory. Nothing exists independent of me. I am the very unique being. That's how word I indicates only one. All other pronouns indicate many. He, by that pronoun you can indicate any man. By she, you can indicate any woman. By it, you can indicate any insentient thing. Right? He, she, it. By you also I can indicate any person. By I, you have to indicate only one. Very unique. Compared to the world, which is indicated by he, she, it, you, I am very, very unique being. Yeah. So therefore, all is my manifestation, sarvatma bhava. Yeah. First you are identified with one. Therefore you say all is not I, non-I. Now you know you are Chidananda. Then you can say you are everything. Right? You are cause of everything, anything. Anyway, so this is what the bandhu mitram. Guru naiva shishya. I don't have a guru. Hence I am Chidananda that way. Neither I have any shishya also. I don't have any disciples also. I am Chidananda. So Guru is Chidananda, Shishya is Chidananda, but I am basically free from nothing. And name jati bheda. Jati bheda. There is no Brahman Chidananda. There is no Kshatriya Chidananda. So all that is belongs to the body basically. Anyway. And then aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa. Then what is that? Vibhur vyapya sarvatra sarvendriyanam. Sada there are two readings here. Sada means sada means asangatam, namuktir nameya. Nacha asangatam, I'm sorry. And there is another reading, sada means samatvam, namuktir nabandha, chidananda rupa shivom shivam. Same thing. Anyway, aham nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa, I am free from vikalpa, division. What are the divisions? Subject, object. Subject, object are not you. Both are I. But I am not subject. Because if I am subject, I cannot be object. If I am object, I cannot be subject. If I am in form of subject and object, both, I transcend both. I transcend both. And therefore, aham nirvikalpa. By nature, I am Chidananda. Subject object are I, but I am free from subject object both. So I transcend both. I pervade subject object, at the same time I transcend subject object. So that is called nirvikalpa. And nirakara rupa. I am formless. Akara means a form. Nirakara means a formless. I am formless. Therefore all forms are my forms. So even a thought. See, mind also is a consciousness, and therefore a given thought in the mind also is a consciousness ultimately. But anyway, and that is how consciousness assumes any thought form. Therefore, right now, suppose that there is a thought of a pot, then therefore consciousness assumes a form of a pot. Then it goes away, consciousness assumes a new form, call a microphone, etc., etc. Anyway, so I am formless consciousness, that's called nirakara, vibhu. Now it says vibhu means what? Vidam bhavati iti vibhu. I am in all the forms. I am formless. Being formless, I assume all the forms. One who assumes all forms should be essentially free from forms. Then only it can assume all forms. So there is kind of, if I am having a certain form, I cannot assume another form. Therefore, one which assumes all forms must be free from all forms. One which is in the form of all sounds must be free from sounds. Therefore, I am silence. I am silent consciousness. or I am conscious silence. Look at that. Shantam, Shivam, Chaturtham, Advaitam, Chaturtham, Manyante, Sa Atma, Sa Vigneya. All the sounds are I, but I am free from sound. So basically I am silent consciousness. Anyway, so this is how. So, Vibhutvacha Sarvatra Sarvendriyanam. Sarvendriyanam Sarvatra. Sarvendriyanam Sarva Vishayeshu. I am in the form of, because I, the consciousness, basically pervades everything. Pervades what? All sense objects. All infinite. Colors and forms, infinite. Sounds, infinite. Taste, infinite. Smells, infinite. I pervade all of them. Being Vibhu. Therefore, Vibhutva Sarvatra Sarvendriya. And then, what is that? Sada Nacha Asangatam. Na Muktir na Meya. Or Sada me Samatvam na Muktir na Bandha. Same. Chidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam. Nacha Asangatam. I don't have any asakti. I am not involved with anything. I am like a space. Space is in and through everything. Yet space is free from everything. Right? Any attributes of any given thing, even though it is space is pervading the object with all attributes, basically it is free from all attributes. Therefore, we don't have a space pollution. Space pollution is there. Air pollution is there. There is no space pollution. But suddenly there is an outer space, inner space, and outer space. All is with respect to Upadhi. Space doesn't have an outer, inner, etc. Nothing. Would you follow? Space pervades everything, at the same time is not involved in anything. Asangatam means asakti, involvement. Nacha asangatam, na muktir na meya. I don't have a mukti also. Because the bondage also is a notion, and the freedom also is a notion. I have to gain freedom, notion. You are already free. If I am already free, then why do I am seeking? Not knowing you are free. That's how they give an example. With this story, I will full stop. So there was one Gurukulam, and in that they had some cows also. And one of the brahmachari was given a duty to take the cows, for the grazing in the forest. And he has to take care of the cows. And there was a cow shed, barn, etc. There, some 7 cows were there, and he used to, every day he takes it to the forest, brings back, and they used to then tie it with the rope and in the evening. The next day again he untied the ropes and takes. One day when he came back in the evening, he did not find a rope. Then all the ropes were gone. So he was worried now. How to tie this cow? He went to Guruji. Guruji said, what's the issue? What's the problem? He said, the ropes are not there, and if these cows will, in night, they will go away in the forest. How will I find them next morning? He said, I am telling you, you pretend of tying the cow. He thought Guruji has some issue. He said, I am telling you, you try it. And then he took these cows to the various position. And he did like this. Like that. And cow, he literally became, remained there. But he was worried that in night these cows still, they are free. They will go away, and then Guru will tell me in the morning, go and find out all the cows. So whole night he was, doing Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Next morning when he went, he found the cows were there. Then, he now he has to take, and he has not to untie, he knows very well. So he just, gave a whip, thinking that they are already free, so they will move. Cows got up from their place, but they did not move. They just did not move. The Shishya thought that Guru had some mantra shakti by then. He went again and asked, he said, did you untie? But I have not tied to begin with. He said, I am telling you, you untie. As though. Now as though, remember? As though. And he did it. As he did, cow started moving. So we are also like that. I am bound. And so that's a notion. But when it is notion, then you know that you are Chidananda. Then you found this bondage was simply a notion. I was never bound. I am not bound. I will not be bound. I am a free self. Limitless, freedom from what, Swamiji? Freedom from what you don't want. Freedom from what you don't want, that's what you are. You have not to become free. You are free from samsara. Free from the effect of time. Free from the effect of birth, death. Free from the old age. Freedom from loneliness. Freedom from the fear of void, vacuum in life. Swamiji, there is a vacuum in life. Children have gone away. They are birds. They have gone away. Biggest issue in America. Huge mansion. They need only 2 rooms. All 8 rooms are vacant. 12 rooms are vacant. 30, 40 rooms are vacant. Issue. Well, it's the issue born of simple ignorance. Identifying with mithya body, mind, senses. Right? Which cannot prove its existence independent of you, the consciousness. Try it. Never you will be able to prove. The whole world exists in you. Just the appearance of you. Identifying with that, giving reality to that, you think you are an individual. And then you feel lonely. Fear of not being included, fear of rejection, fear of death, old age. And trying hard, so hard, to become free. To become free means again you remain time bound, okay? You become free means in future, it's time bound. That's how becoming remains becoming and becoming and becoming. You are already free, is to be known. When you know it, you find the bondage was simply born of ignorance, was a notion. That's how it is. So, nacha asangatam na mukti, because I'm Chidananda. Na meya, prameya. Oh, what is to be known? Atma is to be known. No, I am Chidananda. I have already known it. Right? Therefore, Atma or the Chidananda or the self is no more an object of knowledge also. Or na muktir na bandha, same thing. I can say that. It's all motion. Chidananda rupa shivoham. Okay, I have completed. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
We have come to the conclusion of our 2 days of satsang with Swamiji, and our heartfelt gratitude to Swamiji. Thank you for giving us such a nice explanation of Nirvana Shatakam. Hopefully we can implement that in our life. And thank you all for coming. Absolutely, I thank all volunteers for putting this together very well, and I appreciate that, and we hopefully will do it again next year. Thank you all for coming. Well, please have lunch before you go. We have brought in lunch for everybody. And prasad with Swamiji. And there are envelopes there for Ashwamedha Gurukulam and Guru Dakshina.